Alright, we're jumping right back into it, guys. We're going to be playing a tournament against the Luca Goers. The prize of this tournament should be attack reels, and I don't remember what the top scorer prize is, but you know, it doesn't really matter. It kind of does. I think it's like a return sphere. I don't know. It was on the screen before. I didn't pay attention. Anyways, if you're curious what this is another entry to a series that I'm doing, which is the Journey to level 99. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get to level 99 with the original Luca Goers team, which is also why when you see their team, it's all sorts of screwed up. I'm doing this because I think it's really interesting to see the strengths and weaknesses of every team. Luca Goers, I mean, it's really easy to see how it goes. Very first level, if I was to reset team data and we had everyone at the very first level and I had the Luca Goers, they'd be very good, or at least semi-decent. But as time goes on, they don't have a lot of skill, and their stats don't raise that much, and they pretty much just suck. And I kind of like this, actually, and the reason I like this is because it shows, it personifies their attitudes. When you meet them in Kilika, they're all bitches, and like, I think Waka goes, "Oh, are you here to pray for victory too?" And they're like, "Pray? The Luca Goers don't need to pray. We always win. We are douches." Pretty much how it works. But anyways, yeah, so they're just general cocky jerks, and you can kind of see that through their actions and how they speak and all that stuff. But that's, I don't know, that's why I like seeing how they suck, and they honestly, they don't practice that hard from what I would imagine, so that's also a fact. But no, we're going to play as this team, and we're going to see just how bad we do. Originally I was going to go for 100 wins. I think I'm going to go to level 99. I'm saying that now because levels are really easy to get, but I bet you when I get to actual like hard levels to get, I'll probably get really bored. And if I'm bored, then something's wrong, because I'm really into Blitzball. So if I'm bored, the people watching it are most likely bored as well. But anyways, yeah, we're just gonna check it out, kind of see how we do in the series. So far, we have not lost one game, which is very good. Losing games is not a part of the formula, I should say. What's a boost this pass? 5. That's not great. I'm going to try to get it to Bixen from a boost. That's why I'm looking at it. You know what? It might not work. And Caillou's way too fast. We're going to risk it. We're going to risk it, guys. It was a stupid risk. Yeah. See, this is so much more difficult than the perfect Blitzball team, because, I mean, with that team, it was just repeat the motions because we were so good with such great stats. With this one, it's like, oh shoot, what are we gonna do here? Come on. I hate how they go. I don't know. I just hate how my forwards like go backwards too. That's not what I want. And I don't want to pass amongst my defenders. I mentioned it in the last video, but the more we level up our defense, the harder it's gonna be. Because the way this system works is your actual like opponent's level is based on the average of all of your players' levels. So if you have a really strong defense and a really weak offense, it's going to make it very hard to score goals. But speaking in that way, that also goes vice versa. If we have a really strong offense and a weak defense, it's going to be really hard to block shots at our goal. So it's a balancing act. I should actually do a video on that, I just realized. Because doing everything Blitzball, that is an important fact to know. You cannot level up your team insanely well during tournaments and then not have it backfire. Perfect. We're going to take him out. I don't know why I went up, actually. I want to go down. I want to get Nettis. I didn't realize they had a very slow forward, or else I would have actually just passed to Bixen when Nettis was on him. Nettis starts out with about 30 speed, which, as you can imagine, It's not enough to really do anything. And their defenders aren't that great, at least with Jesu. Caillou's pretty good, but the block kind of makes it gross. Because it's hard to actually do anything in those situations. So yeah, we're definitely crushing this game. I'm pretty happy with the scenario we're in. I mean, I imagine around level, maybe even just level 20s, we'll get into a huge situation of how do we win. What I was hoping to do was use Invisible Shot to win a lot of games. I know it's cheap, but there's no rules. I mean, win in any way possible. The main difficulty is getting Invisible Shot. It's not going to just fall on our lap, and I honestly am not the best at tech copying. So it's going to be a challenge, but it's something I'm looking forward to. We might get lucky and be able to win it as a prize, but I'm not even sure if Invisible Shot can be a prize. I'm almost positive it can be. Now I think about it, I'm pretty sure I've won it before. But, you know, you never know. You never know. It reminds me of a John Mulaney joke where, I'm terrible at rephrasing jokes. I think it was something like he had a real estate agent who was like, you never know what happens, and then things happen, and then it's like, that's all of life. So yeah, that's pretty much hits it right on the head. I feel like I'm all over the place with this series. A lot of it is just talking because, I mean, if you watch any of my previous videos, where it was me playing the perfect Blitzball team, you'll kind of see, if I keep on talking about Blitzball, with the series we're doing and recording every single video, Blitzball can be repetitive. I mean, a lot of it's really fun, but things don't change. It's not like I'm going to have a huge, drastic change one game to another. It's not dynamic like a lot of other games. Like if I was playing, for instance, a game I actually play a lot now, Hearthstone. It's a card game from Blizzard. If you don't know what it is, that's all you really need to know. And because it's a card game, there's a lot of different cards and a lot of different effects. So it's more dynamic. Things change. It gets updated. Blitzball stays the same. There's no real like drastic overhauls to the system. There's not like some killer players and then some, well, there's some really good players, but there's not any players where I would say like always have this player on your team. There's a collection of good players, but and especially with this series, the players don't change. So what I'm trying to say here is commenting on the same thing happening doesn't always work because it kind of gets boring. So I might talk about things that are not directly related to what's going on in the game, but I will always talk about it. I feel like that's probably a bad policy, actually, because if I don't talk about like Grave catching the ball and like how I want to do my offense, then I mean you're kind of watching the video to hear about Blitzball, not about something else. But yeah. No, get away from me. I saw Brother coming up and I got scared. Oh yeah, that's it. Keepa just can't keep a goal out of the goalie box. A boost, not gonna help. You know what? This is actually kind of a positive thing with all these goals, or all these shots at the goal, I should say. The most difficult person to level up by far in every single situation is the goalie, because they don't step out of the goalie box and they get 2 experience every game if they don't do anything. So getting shot on will mean that he gets a lot more experience, which is always good because, you know, we want a pretty equal team, and goalie is where we really want experience as well. It gets complicated, honestly. I'd say like that, because it's all based on the average level of your opponent's team. If I am wrong about that, someone tell me, but I very much doubt I am. In every single experience I've had, they level up with your team. Because my original plan was this. When I first started playing Blitzball, before all this recording, before this channel, before my main channel, before everything, I was thinking, hey, if I play Blitzball for like an hour and play the same tournament game and just pass amongst my players, I'll have like a level 99 team while everyone else is level 5. And I tried it. Did not work. They all boost. I think I got to like level like 25 from like 15, and then everyone else just auto leveled to 25, and I was like, screw you guys. Like, why do you have to do that? Perfect. I kind of don't want to shoot so I can get 2 top scorer prizes, but I think I will. Who has the best pass? Bixen, so he gets it. The reason I asked about pass is because I am going to pass amongst them. I don't want to shoot another goal because it'll tip off the top scorer prize. I don't want to screw that up. And passing also gives you more experience than shooting. And the reason I say that is because you can pass a lot more than you can shoot. Because once you shoot, it goes to their possession, no matter what. There's very few situations when it doesn't, but let's say you shoot and you make a goal, they get it. Let's say you shoot, you miss, they catch it, you get it. Let's say you shoot, it bounces off the goalie post, you might get it. So with passing, it's always preferable to do that to get experience because you always maintain the ball in your possession, assuming you don't fumble or get encountered and lose the ball. So, I mean, it's kind of obvious tips, but it's tips nonetheless. So yeah, we got some more forward power. I like a boost going up with the pass because that means we can pass farther distances. Oh God, I was really hoping he would go. He's very good. He's way too good. But anyways, that should finish up that should finish up our series on I should finish up our video on the tournament. We did learn center attack formation. We probably won't use it, but hey, it's always something to learn. As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you guys have any opinions on everything that's going on with the channel, please leave them down below. I love hearing the opinions. Have a wonderful day, guys. See ya.